Hi everyone, I'm Ben Gonzalez. This is TDI. Well, it's back to school time in this unusual year, so we thought we'd speak to college students and their parents, of course, especially if they're living away from home this time, tell you about some insurance concerns. And joining me today is Misty Highnote from our Public Affairs Office. Hey, Misty.
Hi.
Well, we're going to cover a lot of different insurance aspects, but I think the one thing that parents would probably be concerned about to start with is whether or not their kid could get sick while they're away from home. How does health insurance work if you're not living in your home area?
Right. So the good news is that if your kid is on your health plan now, then they could stay on your health plan until they're 26. So that could cover them well into college. So that's good news. But it's also possible that your student may have never used their health plan without you there. Maybe you've always gone to a doctor visit with them. So make sure they have that plastic health card. You can get another one from your health plan. To just make sure that they know that there's going to be a copay, that they might have to pay something when they go to the doctor.
And they have choices about where they go to get care, right? That could be important to let them know too.
Yeah, it is definitely important. Yes. And depending on the type of plan you have, you might have more restrictions. So ask your plan about HMOs, PPOs. You might have a network that you have to choose a certain doctor. But since COVID is going on, a virtual visit might be the best bet anyway. It's easier
Hmm.
for everyone, even at home, it's easier. So a virtual visit, they can talk with their doctor wherever they are, whatever city they're in, and it'll be an in-network visit. So a virtual visit might be the best thing anyway.
Wow, so the virtual visit has really expanded our networks to wherever we have a online connection.
Sure has, yeah. And most plans cover them. Check with your plan, of course.
Hmm.
Get the number, know which one to use. But there's also an urgent care option if they want to go in person. Of course, there's certain things that you have to go in person for. So maybe call your health plan before your kid goes to school. Ask for a list of those urgent cares. So if they do need to go in person, they know where to go.
All right, let's turn our attention to auto insurance. If it's their first year away, maybe they don't have a car, maybe they do, but they might still find a way to drive even if they don't have their own car. So, are they protected by your liability insurance if they're driving somebody else's car?
Right. As long as they're listed on your policy, they will be. But if they're driving someone else's car and they're in an accident, the friend's insurance whose car they're driving should cover any damages. But say that friend doesn't have insurance or there's not enough insurance to cover it, then the other driver might come to your insurance. So, yeah, be sure your student's listed on their policy if there's any reason they're going to drive.
Uh, is there any reason to just drop them off your policy completely to save a little money during this time?
Of course, it's up to you. And I would say talk to your agent, but you want to be careful because when they come home on holidays, even if they don't have a car with them where they are, if they come home on holidays or break and they're driving their car to go see their friends, you're going to want them to have coverage. I would say, yeah, talk to your agent. You also might get a discount. So if you keep the coverage, you might get a discount because they're not driving as much as they were when they were driving the car full time. So I'd just be really careful about dropping that coverage, but talk to your agent.
Okay, so you might be able to save a little money there if they're not commuting, and you can just that's going to be our standard answer for a lot of this is talk to your agent. Make
It's
sure
always, yeah, they
get the
know best. They
details.
know your policy. Yeah.
Let's talk about their personal property that they're going to take with them to school. I guess if they're in the dorm, are they covered by the homeowner's insurance there?
Right. The parents' homeowners should cover personal belongings. Just like when you travel, go on vacation, your personal belongings are covered. So they should be covered in the dorm. But there's a limit to that. So you want to be careful. Usually it's about 10% of whatever they would cover for your home belongings. But check with your agent, of course. All the limits are different, but just know that it's limited. So if something is damaged or stolen in the dorm, the coverage is limited. But yes, it should be covered if you have homeowners insurance.
Okay, so you might have to do a little math if they have some expensive equipment like a new computer or something like that. Um, what if they're moving into their first apartment or they have a storage unit? Does the homeowner's insurance still cover them there?
Right. The homeowner's insurance should cover the storage unit.
Okay.
Just like when you're traveling, the homeowner should cover whatever belongings are in the storage unit. Again, it's probably going to be limited. But when they're renting, that gets a little bit different. If they're renting a house, renting an apartment, you might want to talk to your agent about getting renter's insurance, just getting a totally separate policy. Because, like I said, the homeowners is going to be limited, but if you get that renter's insurance, then that should cover everything that they own instead of just a limited policy. And you'd probably be pretty surprised about how affordable a renter's policy could be. So, whatever agent you have for your home, talk to them and get some prices and see if it's worth it.
Okay. So renter's insurance may be a little different than being in the dorm, but again, the bottom line is you want to talk to your agent to get all the details about this. Well, great. Thanks, Missy. I hope we've given people a few things to think about sending their kids off to school. If you have other questions about insurance, whether it's auto, health, or renters, you can always check our website. That's tdi.texas.gov. And if you want to talk to somebody, you can give us a call on our helpline. That's 1 800 252 3439. So for Misty High Note, I'm Ben Gonzalez. This is TDI.